This is my family's Nintendo GameCube, the original, and this is what it looked like when I opened it up. Looking better than a DK Oldies refurbished console, am I right?
Is DK Oldies a scam?
No. Sorry to inform, but this isn't a DK Oldies is a terrible retro game store video. Trust me, we've all been oversaturated with that content over the past few months, and I'm not going to add to it. However, I did want to make this video to bring you guys along the ride of me trying to refurbish my own Nintendo GameCube. Recently, my GameCube has had the issue of being unable to read any kind of discs, which, you know, is an essential part of this console. How am I supposed to play a game if I can't even read the disc? Right. So I've gone through countless Reddit threads and YouTube videos, and the first thing that I saw is maybe the optical laser is destroyed. So let's just replace that, why don't we? So let's get going. So this was going to be the part of the video where I take apart the GameCube to show you the process of replacing the optical lens. However, I bought this part like a couple weeks ago, and it's still not going to arrive for another 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm very annoyed. So instead, we're just going to open up this GameCube right now, and we're going to start cleaning all the plastic parts. So in order to start opening this, I guess we press this. Oh shit! Anyway, let's get started here. So right here we have my Nintendo GameCube, and let's just move it over to the side right here because let me pull this right here. I already have it taken apart. That's just the disc assembly, and right here we have the fan as well. I've already cleaned the fan and whatnot, so yeah. Meanwhile, the last clip I could only make thanks to the tape on the side of the GameCube, so we're just gonna slowly peel this off. In this clip, you know, I was having some frustrations and could not for the life of me peel the tape off, so we're just gonna quickly zoom through this section of the video real quick. Alright, now last piece of tape is off, and now we can finally take off the top. As you can see, you know, the drive slot is already out. I did this just so ease of access to the inside of the GameCube, plus the funny clip from earlier. But as you can see, it's like really dirty, the ventilation where the fan usually sits. The entire thing is really dusty, so we're just going to get that cleaned out while we're accessing the inside of my GameCube. To clean it, I like to use some isopropyl alcohol as well as a bunch of Q-tips. Paper towels also work well. Regular towel could also work well. I like to use Q-tips and whatnot because I can, you know, easily get in there. What I usually do is I do a small little drop on the Q-tip to like wipe off, you know, the motherboard and other pieces of plastic. But as you can see right here, with the crappy camera that I have, it's pretty dirty. it's kind of disgusting. So this GameCube kind of needed it on top of a optical drive replacement. Anyway, besides the clip that I filmed earlier, I haven't had time to actually get to filming cleaning the console, so we're gonna go straight into trying to fix it. I do have the optical drive. It did come in as of making this video. This part really wasn't that fun. Obviously I have to be very careful not to destroy the white cable and the other red cable that's connected to this PCB. There's like a few clips and whatnot. Yeah, taking a look at it, there's a few clips on where the top part of the plastic piece where the optical drive sits. There's a few pieces, or a few clips that I have to get in with a screwdriver. Let me bring it in, much easier for you guys to see that. There's one clip, there's another clip, and I believe there's a third one on the other side. I didn't really show you guys, but we're just gonna try and pry this open. Be very careful because we don't want to break those clips. That way we can assemble it back together pretty easily. It's giving me a bit of a struggle, so let's just zoom through this part as well. Okay, now that we are done fiddling around with this little boss fight here, we can take apart this top plastic piece, which houses the two motors that make the disc spin as well as the optical drive move back and forth. It also gives us access to the optical drive. Now, give me a sec while I go grab my new optical drive to replace it. And here it is, fresh, still in the mail package, hiding my address, obviously. Anyway, let's get this package unwrapped. Got our trusty box cutting knife from ye old workplace, and we can slowly get this open for you guys to see. Did Amazon actually send me the right thing? I hope it did. It says, let's see, optical drive. Let's get this open all the way just to double check. Come on, give it here. Alright, as you can see, it says optical drive. It says for DVDs, but up in the corner it does say NGC. I hope that stands for a Nintendo GameCube. We'll see if it's the actual optical drive that I need. Wow, this box is kind of tiny and really hard to open up. Let's, come on, pry it open. I don't want to roughhouse it too much. From the looks of it, it does appear to be the same optical sensor. Let's take it out of the bag and get a closer look at it. Yeah, even before getting out of the bag, it looks like the same exact laser. Exactly what we needed. I paid about $20 on Amazon for this. So, yep, here's a good look at it with my crappy, blurry camera. Yep, so this is the part we're going to be replacing. Alright, so from here, let's just declutter our workspace a bit so we can take out this optical drive. Looking at the schematic that I have in the video that I pulled up. Okay, looking at the schematic, we see that there are 3 screws that we have to take out in order to take out the optical lens. There's this one here, there's this one here, and then there's this one on the opposite side of the lens. These 3 screws hold in these metal rods. I can try and show you with my crappy camera, but I also took a picture of it. As you can see, the metal rods are holding in this plastic clip, and once we take out these screws, we can take out the optical lens in order to replace it. So let's go ahead and start taking out these screws. Alright, so now that we have taken out the screws, we can slowly pry out the optical lens. It's a little finicky because of the metal rods again. But once we have it out, we can take the metal rods off these plastic clips. Taking this apart, I've noticed that the metal rods have this little lubricant on it, and I believe this allows for the lens to slide back and forth pretty easily. So I'm trying my best to preserve the lube because I don't have any excess or extra that I can use, so I'm just gonna use the remainder of the lube that's already there on the other part. On top of that, we have this white plastic part. I also have a picture of it here. You can see that in the picture there is 2 plastic white knobs. These 2 knobs are like super secure and takes like a while for me, or it took me a while to get it off, so we're just gonna zoom through until I can get it off. But we need this part in order for the motor that moves the lens back and forth to kind of attach itself to the teeth that's on this white part. Okay, now that I finally took off this white piece, we can now start putting the replacement part, or the replacement lens inside of the GameCube. I'm not gonna bore you guys with watching me put things back together, so we're just gonna go straight to my testing to see if this new part actually changed anything with this GameCube and see if it'll actually read any discs. So let's cut to that part of the video. Okay, so here we have all of the major components put back together. That way I can, you know, quickly test to see if the GameCube actually reads the discs. We're going to use Super Smash Bros. Melee, of course, GameCube classic. We're gonna use this game to test to see if the laser starts working, and hopefully it does, if I can actually get this game out of the case. There we go. Alright, let me grab my phone so you guys can get a better look. In order for us to test the disc, we have to pull down these levers as well as turn on the power to the system. Unfortunately, it looks like we're still getting the red screen that says the disc could not be read, as well as no movement with the optical lens and no spinning of the disc. Yeah, this is not what I wanted to see. So, turns out it may have been the worst possible thing to have happened to my GameCube. To fill you guys in, I checked multiple different things that could have been wrong with this GameCube other than just the lens. After replacing the lens and figuring out that that didn't do anything, I bought a multimeter to check the potentiometer settings. You know, I followed a guide on, you know, what to do there. Unfortunately, changing the potentiometer didn't really do anything. So I kept digging through countless Reddit threads and other internet threads as well as YouTube, and using my multimeter, and thanks to this guy on YouTube, I checked all of the capacitors on the drive assembly motherboard, and it kind of looks like, thanks to this YouTube channel, or thanks to this YouTube video, kind of looks like some of my capacitors might have leaked or is out, which means that I have to buy new capacitors, a soldering iron, and solder some new capacitors onto this board in order to get the GameCube to read discs again. Unfortunately, I don't have time to do that, nor do I have the pieces on me to do that right now as of filming this. So I guess we'll save it for the next one, unless if you guys want to see me stream and desolder and solder some caps onto this drive board. I guess that would be entertaining. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. But Yeah, after this past weekend of dealing with this GameCube, it's gotten me a bit down. I was really hoping I'd be able to play some Smash Melee or Mario Kart Double Dash or even some Kirby Air Ride because I just bought that game like a couple weeks ago. I guess stay tuned. Hopefully I can get this GameCube fixed so I can make some GameCube content. And thanks for watching all the way through. This is a new type of video I wanted to experiment with, just bringing you guys along with taking care of my GameCube. So, yeah, again, thanks for watching. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.